Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Great to see you all. Let us kickstart our seminars 3 and 4. I have added the QR code. I will copy it again in case you missed it. Please register your attendance. This is the QR code, and please register your attendance. Let us kickstart our seminars 3 and 4. This is our slides. You can find all the slides as well as the resources of this seminar on Blackboard seminars section. So go to seminars 3 and 4. You can download all the resources about today's seminar. Okay, so welcome. Last week, remember, we have completed 2 activities. The first one was time management grid worksheet. Please complete this if you haven't completed it yet. And you also completed personal professional development plan. Please also incorporate this. You can attach any version. There were multiple versions, as you remember, for the personal professional development plan. Choose the one that is most relevant, useful to you, and attach just one. Okay. So if you haven't finished these seminar 1 and 2 activities, please finish them and attach to your portfolio. Here is today's agenda. The first part is about cover letter. This will be done at home, so I'll leave you to it. That part is a home-based review part. Today we will have 2 activities. Top 10 employable skills evidence. You will have a chance to create it, and you will create your personal branding canvas as well. I want you to attach both of these to your seminars, to your portfolio. Okay, so please attach both activities to your portfolio. So the first part, please study this at home. I included cover letter tips. This is a visual tip. What is important in this part is that you need to match the qualifications. You need to match the job requirements with your own qualifications. So how do you meet and exceed each of the job requirements? Try to show the evidence of fit, please. That's what matters in your cover letter. I included examples of these. For example, instead of saying just I have years of experience, whatever, better way is to show how you will contribute to the company. So my 10 years of experience, let's say, in consumer product sector, especially in sourcing goods from foreign countries, can be of immense help with your expansion into the Asian market. As you can see, the second one, the evidence is there. You are also clearly explaining how you can contribute to the company. Instead of saying I have excellent communication teamwork skills, a better way is our CEO said my dedication, attention to detail, and strong communication skills with our Asian suppliers were instrumental in helping us gain 15% market share. The second one is much better. Why? Because there is a reference by the CEO and there is a evidence, a number, 15% market share, which is much more strong, and specific. So make your evidence as specific as possible on your cover letter. I included bad and good samples of cover letters. This is a visual sample. Have a look. They're all in your slides. You can download these on the Blackboard section. Seminars 3 and 4. Good letter sample. Have a look into these good letter samples. A second sample is this one. As you can see, the qualifications are listed one by one, clearly. And here's another one. It's a bit wordy, but it is, again, a really strong one and a creative one. This one is a terrible one. Don't ever come up with something like this. You can have a look. These are all in your slides. Okay. This one is also good, not bad in the British context. It means good. It's a good, strong sample. And this is another good sample. Again, a clear bullet list of all the qualifications. So please download and look at the sample cover letters on your module Blackboard. If you go to Seminars Fall 2020 section, I have uploaded a bad cover letter and an improved version of this. So this was a real-life example of a badly written cover letter by one of the students, and I used track changes to improve it. And you will see both the bad one and the improved one. I also included a sample good student work. It was good because the evidence was rigorous and the student matched it one by one. There is also a checklist that you can use. There are further checklists about your CV and cover letter on Blackboard. If you go to module handbook section, resources section, you will find CV and cover letter checklist there as well. So this week, please work on your job application. Number one, choose your job advertisement. Copy and paste it at the top of your portfolio. Choose a real job that you will be applying for in the upcoming months. It should be an entry-level job. It can be an internship, but choose something that is useful, relevant to you. Okay, and copy and paste it at the top of your portfolio. Number two, finish your CV. Update it, customize it for the job. Number three, finish your cover letter, update it for the job, customize it for the job. And both your cover letter and the CV should demonstrate a really good match for the job requirements. That is what is critical. You will be graded on this. 5% of your grade will come from this evidence of fit. Okay, so please work on your job applications this week. And if you can complete these until Friday, that would be really great. You won't be submitting anything on Friday. Remember, your portfolio submission is on November 12th. But the idea is we make regular progress. You are making regular progress and starting to build up your portfolio. Do work on it consistently every week so that when you reach November, all the portfolio, almost all of it will be ready by then. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, let's kickstart today's part. The first activity of today, Seminar 3 activity, is top 10 employable skills. These are the top 10 employable skills required by British employers. You will see that first there is a list of these skills, and then there is a definition, and then you can see sample evidence inside your studies as well as outside your studies. So look at the definitions and look at the sample. And then your job today, your first task is to create your own evidence table. Come up with your own examples and evidence for each of these skills inside your studies as well as outside your studies, please. So you will populate this table. This table worksheet is in your seminar files. Please go to the seminar section and download this Word file, this worksheet. And please start populating it with examples. So that's your first job today. You will come up with your own evidence. As you see in the first column, you will need to create evidence related to your studies. Coursework, assignments, teamwork, team projects, academic work. You can put all of them in the first column. Okay. Evidence outside your studies, this can be anything like professional work, internships, part-time, student societies, volunteering, etc. Okay, so let me open this file with you so that you can see. So please open this file. You will find this Word file in the Blackboard seminar section. Please download this file, and I want you to type up your evidence. Come up with your evidence. You don't need full sentences. You can just write them in bullet form. For example, communication. Inside your studies, I made a presentation on what topic? To companies. Which company? In my consulting project in this module, whichever module. We were able to make a great impression and contribution on how to increase online consumer engagement, let's say. Yeah, so like mention the module, mention the title, mention the topic of your presentation and how you made a contribution. This is another example. I wrote a report on how to increase customer engagement and satisfaction during my internship at this company. Okay, so problem-solving skills, let's say. When we experienced a tech failure on MS Teams in this module, I led our team in solving the tech issue and resolved the problem by restarting the session, changing the meeting settings. Okay, so like how did you solve the problem? What was the issue? Try to be specific about the context and what you did. Here's another example from work. I dealt with customer problems and complaints at Tesco Norwich branch, let's say, on a daily basis. I solved crises every hour, from cleaning broken eggs to replacing missing items on the shelves. Okay, so like tell your story. How did you contribute? How did you solve a problem? How did you start initiative? For example, I organized our team at this module, whichever coursework was it, so that we started working on our project early on. I ensured that we met regularly every week as the team secretary, and our submission has got the top grade as a result of my planning, goal setting skills. Okay. Another example, I started blogging, publish blog pieces regularly every week, which requires self-motivation and advanced planning. Okay, so like think of an example for each of these boxes and just type up your responses, type up your ideas. Okay, working under pressure. For example, you managed coursework deadlines, right? Or you studied consistently for exams and performed well. So think of evidence and examples for each one and make it as specific as possible. Okay, so like tell your story, give examples. For example, teamwork, you should have some examples from your teamwork projects related to your modules. Or do you have some student union activities? Perhaps something you have done in a student club. Able to learn and adapt. You adapted to COVID, right? During the lockdown, and you practice tremendous amount of resilience, adaptation, and self-organization that is required for online learning. So you can give that as evidence. Or you are reading about the artificial intelligence revolution and singularity. You are improving your IT skills, etc. Like, give examples. Okay. Numeracy, analytical skills. You can talk about your finance, accounting modules, make it specific. Maybe a problem that you solved or your performance in the exam. Have you created and managed a budget to keep track of your financial situation? You can put it here, for example. Valuing diversity. Have you worked with, let's say, international students from 11 different countries in 7 different modules, whatever. And perhaps you are living in a multicultural city. And regularly communicating with your Okay, so like give examples. Keep writing, keep it flowing. Don't judge your ideas, just keep it flowing. You can always revisit it, you can always revise it. Okay. Just type up examples. Type up one example for each box. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Now I want you to type up your responses. And in the meantime, please feel free to ask questions if you have any questions. You can feel free to ask any questions that you might have, okay? If you want more guidance about this top 10 employable skills, I also have written an article about this. It's on Medium. I just wrote it to guide you. You can look at this article as well. And if you missed the QR code, please register your attendance. There you are. Here is the QR code link. So I want you to think about the stories that come from your life or career. You know, let's say maybe you saved the day, you made a great contribution. What have you done? Remember that story and tell us about it in these boxes. So the goal here is to create and amplify your employability skills evidence. You will need this evidence while you are applying for jobs. If you systematically think about each of these skills, then this will give you a lot of confidence when you're applying for jobs. You know, you can mention these skills or evidence on your CV or maybe on your cover letter. You can mention them. Even better, if you have a particularly strong story to tell about, you can tell about it during the job interview. Okay, so it makes perfect sense to systematically think about the inventory of all your employable skills and find clear, specific evidence to support them. Any examples that you can provide, they will be immensely valuable in the process of your job applications. And they will help you to differentiate yourself throughout the job application process. if you can provide a remarkable story, a compelling story, for example, during the job interview, then you will be memorable. They will remember you. Okay, so systematically thinking about these examples and typing them up, it is a great exercise to increase your employability. And that's why we are doing it. Any questions, please feel free to ask. So feel free to put down your ideas as they come to you. You can always revisit them later on. So you will be filling out this table. You have this worksheet on your Blackboard. Download this, please, and type up your evidence. So that will be your seminar 3 activity. Okay. Try to make your evidence rigorous and specific, and try to provide details wherever possible. Are there any numbers, for example? Numbers are really powerful when you're presenting evidence. What was the context? What was your role in it? What were your contributions? Try to capture them. So try to make your evidence credible, rigorous, and specific. You can better do it if you respond to these questions, some of them at least. Who, what, where, when, how much, why. So feel free to respond to some of them. You don't need to respond to all of them, but wherever possible, try to. There is no word limit, but try to make it concise and focused. Any questions about this part and your evidence? So please keep typing up your evidence and try to wrap it up as much as you can. You don't need to finish all of it, just come up with enough ideas for each box, maybe just one idea for each box. Just type up your idea and try to wrap it up. And what we will do is, in 1 minute or so, I will start interaction in groups. So you will be interacting in teams of ideally 4 people or 3 people. And what I want from you is, please share one piece of your evidence that you feel confident about. Okay, so choose one of your pieces of evidence, whichever you feel strong about. Just feel free to share that one. Be ready to share one story with your fellows, with your team members. Okay, the idea is that we will learn from each other. We will get inspired. So wrap up your evidence, please, and be ready to talk about one of these stories and examples. Choose one of them to talk about, and you will be discussing it in groups now. Okay, are you ready? Just choose one piece of evidence, please. And please do contribute to the discussions. This will work better if you really interact. And in my experience, if you talk, it gives much better results because then it is real-time communication and you will learn so much more if you just talk. But if you are not in a position to be able to talk, then you can also type up your evidence, okay, and share your evidence through typing. Okay, let's kickstart our group work. Have a nice discussion. Please make sure that you contribute to the discussions and try to learn from it. Okay, best luck all the teams. Sorry for the interruption. Please wrap up your discussions, everyone. Make sure that everybody talks or contributes. Try to wrap it up, please. Okay, sorry that I had to interrupt. I hope you had a good discussion. Let me share my impressions. I would like to congratulate Group 1. You had, I think, the most lively contributions and discussions. The quality of your contributions and discussions was great. Group 2, you were also good in discussing and presented some, shared some evidence with each other. Groups 3 and 4, you were a bit quiet. So, like, try to contribute more and try to increase the quality of your interactions and contribution. Okay, so that's my feedback for the seminar activity today. Let's continue with seminar activity, which is personal branding canvas. So in this activity, you will create your own personal branding canvas. This activity, like personal branding canvas, was inspired by business model canvas. This was created by Osterwalder. It helps you to organize all your ideas regarding your business and entrepreneurship on just one page. So the operational side, the customer side, value proposition, and the financial side. You can map out all the elements together using this canvas. Here's an example. Value proposition is a reading spa. Customers are frequent business travelers and busy parents who love reading, as you can see. So you can also use a visualization to represent your ideas. How do you add value as a business? Okay, so this is the business model canvas. In this exercise, we want you to adapt this to personal branding. You will create your own personal branding canvas. So this is the personal branding canvas. You will be following this template, and I will guide you through, okay? And I will share a sample on how to do that. So this is the template. This is the worksheet that you will be using. This colorful one, please go find it on your seminar section on Blackboard. Please download this canvas, and I want you to type up responses for each of the boxes, okay? So please go to seminar section, download this file, open it up, and let's go over it. So this is the canvas that you will be working on, the empty version, of course. So I did this during other seminars as an example. Let's go over the components of each one. As you listen and look at this sample, please come up with your own examples, your own evidence, okay? And replace my ideas with your own ideas as we go through. Okay, are you ready? You should have downloaded this, okay, the Word version worksheet, and keep typing up your ideas as we go over each box. We have 9 boxes. Let's go over each of them. I will start with the audience part. Who is your audience? And your audience are the companies that you are applying for. Let's say you will be applying for Google marketing department, Facebook online marketing assistant position, or Unilever internship on branding. So whatever you will apply for, you can list all these companies and positions here in this box. Okay, this will be your audience. So please make a list, type up, come up with your own list of companies, departments, positions. These companies will be your audience. Okay. Just type up some companies, some positions here. Okay, let's continue with the second box here. Why should they choose you? Why should they hire you instead of others? How can you best position yourself as a job candidate? Why should they hire you? Please come up with reasons on why they should prefer working with you, why they should recruit you. For example, you might say, I'm a passionate, reliable team worker and a professional expert on social media marketing. I have extensive experience in communicating with my customers in my this and this job. Okay, so come up with reasons and list this. Okay, let's continue with the next one. You can come back later on to each box. How do they know you? How do you communicate with them? In this box, think about the job application process. You have the CV, right? Let's say on the CV, I will list my interests and accomplishments on marketing. That's an action that you can take. The second component is cover letter, right? I will present rigorous evidence of fit by listing my relevant experiences at this company, let's say. And the third part is the job interview. I will talk through a story where I improved sales by 10% through making calls to clients at this company. So think about how you will make a good argument and communicate your strengths on your CV, on your cover letter, and during your job interview. Take some notes. You can also put job application form here. Like what will you say on the job application form? Okay, so please type up your ideas. Okay, let's continue with what you promised to these companies. So what are the benefits that you promised them if they hire you? So think about all the benefits that you can provide your companies. You can say utmost professionalism, dedication and reliability, perhaps give examples, like give one example maybe. High quality portfolio of contributions and experiences in the field of social media marketing. Give example, let's say. Or you might say extensive leadership and project management experience on whatever that is. Or you might say good organizational skills and budgeting experience. For example, I did this. I can do this. And you might say an idealism to learn, develop myself continuously every day on my job. So whatever elements you think of, just please type up your ideas. What do you promise? How will you contribute to these companies, to the company that you will be applying for? Think of benefits and contributions that you will make to these companies. And type up ideas, please. Okay, let's continue with what do you offer. You can always come back to each box. In the next box, what do you give to these companies offering? As you see, this is very similar to the other one, benefits offering. But in this box, try to come up with more specialized, more technical stuff, skills. For example, languages. You can say, I'm fluent in these languages. I'm fluent in Turkish and English in a professional context with some preliminary German, whatever. You can say you have a driving license, let's say. I'm flexible for national, international travel. I have a driving license. You can say I'm proficient in this and this software. Let's say I'm proficient in using Microsoft Office packages, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, etc. You can also tell about your certificates. Let's say I have a certificate, I have a fellowship from Higher Education Association. So think about all these specialized skills, languages, and things like that. Do you have any certificates? Can you travel? Do you have some particular skill set that could be valuable for the organization? Write them all here. Okay. Okay, in the next box, you can come back again. Just, I want you to create initial ideas. You can always revisit them, polish them later on. In the next box, why are you credible? Reasons to believe you. In this box, think about all your success record. Can you give examples of your previous accomplishments? For example, you took an exam, you got a top score, let's say, or you got a top score from a module, from some of your classes. You can list them. Have you had some top evaluations or ratings in your previous work? Give examples of them. For example, I put my Medium work here. I have 10,000 monthly views on my Medium. And I published 170 articles there on that platform. You might say, I have got a special scholarship. Let's say I won the UEA Enterprise Fund. For example, you can come up with all these awards, recognitions, etc. Scholarships. Let's say you have written a book. You have your own blog. You have your own social media following, etc. All of these, you can make a list of them or put them here. Okay. Okay, in the next box, which is this one, who are you? Talk a little bit about your identity, values, background, passions, interests, hobbies, things like that. So I did it for myself. I said I was born in Turkey. I'm from a small town called Ivrindi, from the city of Balıkesir in Turkey, and my family lives there. I did my undergrad and master's MBA in Istanbul. I did my PhD at McGill University in Canada. My personality type is ENTP, Myers-Briggs type inventory. On this Myers-Briggs, I'm ENTP. My values, top values, are curiosity and creativity. My contribution that I would like to make is passionate, useful teaching, let's say. And I listed my interests and hobbies here. I love doodling, diary keeping, I love K-pop, I love Turkish dramas, etc. So I put it whatever my interest hobbies are. So you can adapt it and come up, write down your own, okay? So think about all the factors that make you who you are and give a bit of examples. What makes you unique, let's say? What makes you colorful? You can talk about your personal history, family, background, education, personality, passions, curiosities, hobbies, values. What makes you tick? You know, type them all here. Okay, let's continue with what do you get? If you get the job, let's say if you are accepted to the company, if you get this job, what do you get in return? I want you to visualize all the things, all the rewards, benefits that you will get, all the results you will get if you get the job. Let's say you will have a salary, you will have some promotions, career promotions, you will have some benefits, you will have a pension, you will have career advancement opportunities, you will learn, you will have developmental opportunities, You will build new networks. You will learn from your peers and colleagues. What else? You will deepen your knowledge maybe in that field. Think about all the benefits, results that you will get, visualize them, and write them down. Okay, and the last box, what do you need to do in order to get the job? These are all the investments that you need to make in order to get this job. So where are your gaps? Do you have some learning needs? You will reflect on these. Okay. Do you need to take a particular course? Do you need to develop some skills? Do you need to have new experiences, new set of experiences? Do you need to expand on your professional experiences in order to get this job? So what are you lacking? And how can you improve yourself in these domains? Think about them and make a list. For example, you can say, I want to develop more skills and knowledge on online marketing practices. I want to read books on capturing online attention and market share. What else? Do you need to take some particular courses? Do you need to improve your experience? Get more experience. In what field? Perhaps you need to do an internship. So think about all the things that you can do to improve your position and make a list of them. Write them down here. Okay. Okay. I hope you are clear on what you need to do in your personal branding canvas. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions. This is the perfect time to ask your questions. If you are confused about any of these boxes, please feel free to ask, okay? And I can respond to you. I also have written an article on this just yesterday night. I will also share that article. Again, if you want more guidance, you can look at this article as well. Actually, let me share that one. So this is the article. Okay. How to create your personal branding canvas and why it matters. So I wrote this just last night to prepare for the seminar. So it talks about I talk about the importance of personal branding. What is your Google quotient, let's say, your online presence, and I talk through the example of Bill Gates, how he thinks about his personal brand, what we can learn from him. This is a documentary about his thinking and his brand. So further guidance on why personal branding is critical. I give the example of Richard Branson here. His personal brand is very critical for Virgin. Actually, I like that, so I will tweet this. Okay, I just tweeted this. Okay, so another example is Opera. And then in the second part of the article, you will see the resource on how you will prepare your canvas. So we go through these 9 blocks one by one. This is your handout. And if you want more guidance, you can also follow this, okay, for the boxes, for each box, how you can think about it. And there are some sample questions to help you here as well, okay? And I also uploaded my version here. Okay, there are other versions as well. Personal canvas. You can also use these ones if you want. It's up to you. Okay, so this is that. Any questions about the personal branding canvas? Let me come back to the chat box. Is everything clear? Can I use an internship for my job application, or does it have to be a job? No, you can use an internship, Emily. Yes, internship is also a job. Yeah, you can definitely use an internship. Who needs to know refers to the company that you are applying. Exactly, Sonia. So they are the companies that you are applying for. They are your audience, because the focus in this exercise is on your employability. That's why your audience will be the companies who will hire you. You don't need to add references, Fang Dan. No need for references. This module is all about practice, practical life. I don't want you to become academics or practice academic writing. It doesn't matter. What matters is you really think about your life and career after graduation and take some risk and be creative. Okay. Yes, let me send the QR code again. If you haven't registered yet, please do register your attendance. Any questions before we finish? If you have time in the second hour, you can just continue typing up your evidence and finish all these activities, these 2 activities. So you have 2 activities from today: top 10 employable skills and the personal branding canvas. Please finalize them and attach them to incorporate them into your portfolios. So thanks a lot for your contributions today. You were great. And I wish you a great week, a happy week, productive week, and I will see you on Friday afternoon in our new lecture, okay? The next set of lectures. Thanks a lot for your contributions. Have a great week. Bye-bye, everyone.